In this video, we're going over why Wilmington, North Carolina is a great place to retire. What's up guys, I'm Avery with American Home Team at eXp Realty, and as much as I love making these videos for you guys, I would love even more to help you with the real estate needs. So that phone number and email address popping up on the screen, I am the one that responds to all the calls, texts, and emails. I would love to have a conversation with you and help you make a smooth move to Eastern North Carolina. So whether that's in 9 days or 90 days, give me a ring. I'd love to have a conversation and see where I can help you. But without further ado guys, today we're discussing some of the top reasons that Wilmington is a great place to retire. And number one is the mild climate. I talk about it almost in every single video, but Wilmington has this subtropical climate, right? And it's not too hot, not too cold, really ever. With the exception of about June, July, August, you get very mild heat. So we're looking at into the 80s, but really like in the mid to high 70s, and really doesn't drop past like 50 degrees in the mornings or at nighttime during the summer and spring. But then in the fall and the winter time, it's also very mild, keeping the snow off the ground so it's easy to drive, and it's not too cold. It barely ever breaks 30 degrees. It's generally between about 35 to 50 degrees all winter long. With that said, if you're interested in all year comfort, North Carolina is the place to be. And yes, we do suffer from hurricanes and tropical storms and whatnot during hurricane season, but it's few and far between that we get something that's absolutely catastrophic. And with that, the city of Wilmington and Eastern North Carolina as in general is very well equipped to handle hurricanes. So while you still need to prepare your own home, the city of Wilmington and Eastern North Carolina are equipped, and so your evacuation routes and all of that stuff are very well laid out and planned out, so you won't have any issues there. But overall, the weather is very mild. It's not too hot, not too cold. It stays really consistent year round. And if you're looking for a place that has very, very sunny skies all the time, North Carolina is the place. Over 250 sunny days per year. I was just telling my wife the other day, I'm amazed how many days in a row you can go without a cloud in the sky. Or if there are clouds, it's very, very scattered. You don't get much rain at all. And it's just beautiful all year round. And so whether you're looking to take a break from up north, like in New York, like where I came from, or you know, further down south in Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, that area where it might be a little bit too hot, or out west where it's just so damn expensive, North Carolina is going to be a great area for you. All right, number two are the beautiful beaches, the coastal lifestyle in Wilmington. In the Wilmington area, you can benefit from so many beaches, from Curie Beach, Carolina Beach, Wrightsville Beach, over to Topsail Island, Figure 8 Island. If you buy a house on Figure 8 Island, it is a private island. And then the boat access only remote island of Masonboro Island. You just can't beat the coastal living in North Carolina. Between beachfront properties to intercoastal properties, you know, water sports and just coastal living is absolutely at its finest. With all the restaurants nearby, with all the shops nearby, you really don't have to go far to do anything that you want to do when it comes to coastal living. You know, a lot of retirees here, they spend a lot of their days on the boat in the intercoastal, whether it's fishing or they go out to deeper water in the Atlantic and go fishing out there, or just sunbathe and have some drinks, enjoy retired life, freedom, and all that stuff. But overall, you know, with the proximity to the beaches and the affordability of some of the coastal living, right? Like some of these beach houses, you can get as low as $500,000 on certain parts of the island. So if you're into water activities, if you're into going on walks on the beach, long walks on the beach, I know folks that walk from tip to tip on Wrightsville Beach, and then even on Topsail Island or Masonboro Island, they'll kayak out to Masonboro Island, do some hiking, do some camping, and then get back on their kayak and kayak back to mainland. So The opportunities and the possibilities are endless here on the coastal living part of Wilmington. It's just beautiful. You can't beat it, and it's very laid back. So, you know, when I think of retirement, I think of freedom, but I also think about, you know, a slower lifestyle, right? Like slowing everything down, not worrying so much about work. Even if you maintain part-time job or a remote job or something of that nature, it is a much slower lifestyle here in eastern, like southeastern North Carolina than it is other parts of the country. So if you're looking to slow down and really take advantage of hobbies, this is going to be the place to do it. All right, number 3 is the cultural and historic charm. We have everything from pirate history to war history and everything in the middle. In Wilmington, there's cobblestone streets. You can take a tour of historic downtown. You can go check out the Battleship North Carolina. You can check out some other historic sites that people, like tourists and stuff, spend days at. You get to break that up to whenever you want to go, but you get to see it all the time. There's also historic Fort Fisher nearby that you can take advantage of, and there's just so much that you can learn about the history of Wilmington, North Carolina. So if you're a history buff, if you like learning new things, if you like just exploring towns and, you know, seeing some of that historic charm, there's still buildings, houses in the area built in the 1800s, early 1800s. So if you're into that kind of thing, Wilmington is going to be a great place for you. All right, and number 4 is the active lifestyle. If you come and visit Wilmington, or if you just live here for a little while, you will realize absolutely that Wilmington is an active community. Wilmington has everything from the Riverwalk that goes a couple miles down the Cape Fear River to actual hiking trails. And when I say hiking, not like real hiking mountains and stuff, but there's nature trails that you can walk down, hike down, water sports, boating, and the number of bike paths, whether it's on the side of the street or it's a carved out area for bikers or walkers, are tremendous. As you go throughout the neighborhoods here in Wilmington, you will see many people walking the neighborhoods, walking the streets, running, staying active that way. Whether it's a retirement community or it's just a regular neighborhood, you're gonna see a lot of people out walking and running and just getting some fresh air. And then we have a number of golf courses. Yes, there's buy-ins. Yes, there's country club fees and dues and all that kind of thing. But if you're an avid golfer, that's something that you're willing to pay into. There's a number of golf courses in the area. You won't have any shortage. And a lot of these areas you can take your golf cart to and from as long as the speed limit doesn't go over 30 miles per hour. And additionally, some of these retirement communities have additional amenities for retirees like swimming pools, clubhouses, racquetball courts, tennis courts. Some have golf courses. Some have private restaurants. Yes, you will be paying an HOA fee, but they do have them. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to reach out to the phone number and email address on the screen. I'd be happy to take a look into some of those neighborhoods and see where we can get you situated. And number 5 is the healthcare. Healthcare in Wilmington is very good. I wouldn't say it's the greatest in the country by any means, and you can do your research on the hospitals and such around here, but what I will say is that there are a number of specialty clinics, whether it's dialysis centers or cancer centers. There's a number of healthcare facilities in the area. You may have to go just outside the city to get to some of them, but within the city of Wilmington, it's absolutely fantastic. Once again, do your research on the quality of healthcare. It is very good, but it isn't the best. I have heard complaints from people that came from like upstate New York, like myself, where healthcare is like #1 in the nation. So do your research and see if you can live with it. But overall, the specialty clinics and things around the area are plentiful, so you won't have trouble finding any of them. All right, and number 6 is the lower cost of living. A lot of retirees that call me, their main concern is stretching their budget, their retirement budget, as far as humanly possible. North Carolina in general, but especially Wilmington, is a fantastic area to do that in. Not only are we looking at reasonable housing prices, right? Much more affordable than some areas in other retirement states like Florida or South Carolina, but we are looking at cheaper taxes as well. I know where I came from in upstate New York, I can buy a $680,000 house in Wilmington and have the same monthly payment with mortgage and taxes as I would a $250,000 house in upstate New York. Think about that for a second. You get a lot more house for your buck here in Wilmington than you do a lot of places up north. Now, if you're looking somewhere down in like Florida, you are going to notice that the house prices are really, really high, especially if you want to be on the water. So if you're looking for waterfront properties, here in Wilmington, you can get affordable waterfront properties at a reasonable price, anywhere from about $550,000 up to, you name it, about 6, 7 to 14 million, really. But stretching your money is important during retirement. So when you're looking at doing that, Wilmington is going to be a great place for it. All right, and next up are the amount of retirement communities in Wilmington. Whether we're looking at a 55 plus community like Del Webb at River Lights, or we're just looking at gated master plan communities like Landfall, or some other communities with community marinas and things like that, there are plenty of private neighborhoods or just quiet neighborhoods that are perfect for retirees. They offer a ton of amenities like pickleball courts, tennis courts, basketball courts, community pools or 2 or 3, clubhouses, marinas, boat ramps, boat slips, docks, as well as little picnic areas. And some of them have their own restaurants. Some of them have their own little shopping centers within, like River Lights. And all of them are golf cart friendly. So you can go to and from your house to the clubhouse or the pool or wherever you got to go via golf cart. So when we're looking at retirement communities, we're talking about, number one, safety. We're talking about amenities. We're talking about support in the area. With the safety aspect of it, a lot of these, like I said, are gated communities. So they're protected from a lot of society where you need a gate code or a tag to get into the neighborhood. And a lot of them are just set back in nature where, you feel like you're in a mini paradise. Now, with that said, they also do offer proximity to the beaches and the intercoastal waterway. So if you have a boat or you just love going to the beach, you can certainly take advantage of that. And when the family comes to visit you, they get to take advantage of that as well. So overall, a lot of these communities are just a little bit more laid back, calm, cool neighborhoods that you really don't feel the hustle and bustle of maybe the city of Wilmington, but you still enjoy the same benefits and proximity to the city. All right, number 8 is the recreational activities. We kind of touched on this one a little earlier in the video, but to be more specific, we're looking at a lot of nature parks, nature reserves. We're looking at bird watching and wildlife observation opportunities, as well as a number of festivals that happen seemingly every single week. So if you like to explore nature, if you like to bird watch, if you like to look at wildlife and things like that and explore the festivals and explore some of the local vendors and shop local, then Wilmington is definitely going to be the area for you. A lot of it is very laid back. And so when we're looking at recreational amenities, there are not a lot of opportunities for nightclubs and things like that. So you can find peace in knowing that the majority of these recreational activities, and I say majority, are laid back and low key. And the reason I quote majority is because there are nightclubs in the area, right? There are things that the younger populace definitely takes advantage of. However, in a lot of my videos, I do discuss how it's not a raging nightlife scene. So as a retiree, you can benefit from the low-key lifestyle of Wilmington, North Carolina. All right, and number 9 is the welcoming community in Wilmington, North Carolina. Now, a lot of the locals will disagree with me on this, but Wilmington's a very, very friendly city. And the reason I say the locals will disagree is because there has been a major influx to the area. And a lot of the locals that have lived here for 30, 40, 50, 60 years are, quite frankly, getting tired of Northerners moving to North Carolina, bringing their politics, bringing their driving habits, their congestion, bringing their prices of everything, right? Prices are going up. That's just natural for booming areas. But overall, everybody is very welcoming. I know, my family moved here from upstate New York, and we have been welcomed with open arms. I was just telling my father-in-law the other day, and he was surprised. He said, hey, everybody seems so friendly here. And I was like, yes, it's absolutely friendly. And what shocks me even more is how friendly and welcoming everyone is to our 3-year-old daughter. Not that anyone was rude or mean to our daughter in upstate New York, but they just didn't treat her the way that people here treat her. We can go out anywhere and count on someone telling her that her dress is beautiful, or they love her shoes, or her hair and her curls, or whatever, right? Like, the point is that it's very friendly. Everyone talks to each other. Everyone's nice to each other. Politics is rarely brought up in the area, so there's not a lot of, fighting and arguing going on with that. And everybody's just low-key living their life and enjoying the weather, enjoying the outdoors, and enjoying each other's company, which, in my opinion, is what retirement is all about. So all in all, while a lot of the old-time locals are getting frustrated with the change and development in the area, it is still very friendly and welcoming. And those same people that are getting annoyed with all of it will also welcome you into their town, their city, with open arms. So don't let that be a deterrent. They will deal with it. And if you see comments on this post saying don't move here, just move on, because it's natural that they're going to be a little upset when more and more people move to the area. And yes, they are going to blame me, and I totally accept it. That is something that I'm willing to accept because I love helping people move to this area that I love so much. All right, number 10 is the proximity to other major cities. Wilmington is on the southeast corner of North Carolina, and its proximity to Charlotte and Raleigh is very, very quick. It's a couple-hour drive. Going about an hour and a half to 2 hours into South Carolina, you can be in Myrtle Beach. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a resort-style vacation, Myrtle Beach is a great place to go. It is very busy, but once again, a little bit more of your commercial resort style vacations. And then you have the mountains of North Carolina. Maybe you want to go up to Asheville, or maybe you want to go out to Tennessee. You're looking at, 5 hours or so from Wilmington to get out there. So it's a beautiful trip out there. But regardless, if you're looking at going into a major city, for whatever reason, whether it's just an overnight, maybe you're trying to catch a Carolina Panthers game, or just explore, the winter in Asheville or something like that, Wilmington is pretty close proximity to all of those major cities. So anywhere you want to go, anything you want to see, it's within a quick drive or a very, very short and inexpensive flight out of the Wilmington airport. So with all that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you're interested in retiring in the Wilmington area, be sure to comment down below, reach out to the phone number and email address provided. I would be more than happy to discuss your plans with you and help you make a smooth move. But without further ado, guys, until the next video, I'll catch you later. Bye.